Hi, this is a quick build on my Slayer Cycloner Shrine build, I guess, thanks to the goal. Okay, I'll get into that later. This is my passive skill tree for my Ascendancy first. I grabbed this one, the Onslaught Cull, the Reduce Physical Reflect and AoE, the Leech, and the more AoE. So, for leveling this build, you kind of want to go over here and then head over to Resolute Technique so that your hits can't be evaded, which means as a two-handed build, which doesn't really utilize crit, it'll be better in the long run. And then you come up here to the Templar AoE nodes, grab those, and then the rest is really dependent on how your character is building. So let's say you lack survivability, you want to grab the Scion Life Wheel. For myself right now, I'm sitting at 4.5k life, and I can push it to, I think, like 5k life at the maximum, which isn't that good, but it's not that bad either. And then here's some axe nodes. I guess you can do this with the mace, but I'll show you the weapon that I'm using, and then the reason why I think axes are the best. Here's the Green Dream Jewel. For Frenzy Charge Generation on the Diamond Skin. This can be obtained from the Chayula Breach Lord, which is actually pretty expensive right now, around 52 chaos. And then you need this Brute Force Cobalt Jewel right here because this build is so intelligence thirsty and you cannot get intelligence. And talking about intelligence thirsty, let me talk about the gear. So the only place where you can get intelligence is this ring right here, and it already has 36 intelligence. Let me remove this gem real quick. You need 21 more intelligence from some random source. So unless if you're willing to go 2 nodes and grab ancestral knowledge instead of just grabbing this jewel sucker right here and never worry about int again, you can do that. Feel free to do that. But even then, you'll probably need intelligence because this is 36 intelligence on a ring. I probably can lower it down to like 20-ish. Anyways, so here's the gear. I do have a Legacy Void Heart, which I think is very important for pushing late game maps, and I think it's the most essential item, and it's super expensive. I know, that's why I wouldn't consider this build that good for a first character. You could play it as a first character, but you won't be pushing maps and have the fast clear speed that I do currently. The goal, this is going to be, I'm going to demonstrate how amazing this new buffed unique is in the map that I'll do later on. And then I'll show you like the effect of the shrine. Not sure if I have a domination league stone, but sadly not. But I'll just have to show you the effect of the lesser shrines. The weapon right here I have is a Katava's Feast, which is a new weapon that came out last league. And this is mainly for survivability. Ignore the socketed gems are supported by 25 melee splash because I'm not using that anyways. The high base crit and the leech and the maximum life recovered is what you're looking at mainly on this weapon. It's like the second highest physical DPS unique under Ad Series Disfavor, which is 3x more expensive than this. So for the price, I think it's worth it, especially since enemies you hit are destroyed on kill, which does destroy your FPS at the same time, but it does the job and it keeps you immune to porcupine spikes, and it's really enjoyable to use. For my 6-link chest, this is just a high life chest that I can upgrade later on. Melee Fizz, increased AoE, Cyclone, faster attacks, melee damage, and Fortify. That's my main Cyclone link in a 6-link chest. I think it's probably the best, and I'll explain melee damage on full life right now actually, which works with this Duressa Salute. Actually, I'll explain Duressa Salute first. So you get 60% increased melee damage on full life, plus 2 melee weapon, and 10% movement speed on full life. Usually this amulet is around like an Exalt in other leagues, but this league it's extremely cheap, and you can just get one for like 1 fusing, 1 chaos, and it's amazing for Cyclone builds, especially if you're playing on a Slayer. And the melee damage on full life just works with Endless Hunger because you're always leeching above your health, and you're pretty much practically always on full health. Just a rare gloves for your resistances, more resistances, more resistances. It's pretty easy to get resistances in this build. It's just that you need intelligence, and then it's just min-maxing your gear. But in the long run, I do want to get a headhunter belt instead of this cloth belt, just to like maximize the map clear speed, because this build is more focused around clearing maps than anything else. For bandits, I did take Oak for 40 life, Creighton for the 8% attack speed, and then Creighton for the frenzy charge once again, which we generate through the green dream. I'm probably going to consider taking savagery, not sure if it's optimal because I might need some more survivability rather than +1 frenzy charge and spending 3 passive points on that. So other than that, let me just do a quick map. Probably gonna run beach just because it's a very linear map. Let's see, this is pretty good. I wish I could show you guys the shrines, but I just burned all of my Shrine League stones through my last time playing. So here we go, fully buffed. We are at 62k without any actual, or not fully buffed, just like standing. And then fully buffed, we're at 156k DPS, physical mostly, and then this is just a quick run through. So I'll go over like once I actually min-max. Here's a lesser shrine, massive shrine, right? Okay, your AoE is just increased by incredible amounts. Just pick up a goal now because like it's the best leveling unique. You just get shrines all day long, and then it just increases everything. Everything dies really quickly. Okay, that was a really close call. This is a really nice shrine too, replenishing shrine. Obviously this build isn't my first in the league because I have put a lot of currency in it. I played an Ancestral War Chief to start off this league, and I farmed a shit ton of currency, but now I'm just playing this, yeah, this amazing build, and the boss just dies instantly, just like that. Probably don't need that map, drop that. Other than that, yeah, it just clears super duper fast. Like, everything about this build is just pretty amazing. I would just say the defenses are a little off right now. Yeah, but other than that, there is a Zana, so I probably have to complete that. Otherwise, people raise pitchforks. There was a shrine. Acceleration shrines are super nice because they make you super fast, and then it increases your clear speed. Wow, unique map, amazing. I guess I can show you how this build works in a unique map, real quick. So, I believe this is the map that gives the additional map, so that'll be actually pretty decent. But yeah, so basically this, oh, there was an impenetrable shrine. Here's a smoke shrine, which isn't the best, but I mean the shrine lasts for 1 minute long, and it's like permanent dodge, like you're just dodging everything off of this one shrine. This video is kind of getting long. I might cut it out early because I did not expect to do 2 maps. The coal usually works really well with Cyclone because you're hitting so often, and then you just kill everything really quickly, such as so. I do have to leave soon, so we'll just have to run through this map really quickly. This is a really rough run because usually I would clear pretty much everything in a map, but right now I am kind of in a hurry, so... Oh, the lag. Interesting. Here's the boss again. Okay, just push him in. And then here's the boss like one more time. Yeah, there you go. That's the dead boss. Pretty insane single target due to my Legacy Void Heart. It's ridiculous that, like, the item itself is just amazing. Let's keep on going. Almost done with the map. Not really looking for much. I will make a more in-depth guide later on, but this is just my this is just trying to show you guys how this build works, how, like, what I'm planning or what I'm doing this league, kinda. I'm mainly focusing on mapping tier 11, 12, 13, 14, 15s rather than endgame bossing like Shaper, the Guardians, and whatever, Breach bosses, Uber Atziri, Labyrinth. None of that stuff really this time around. I'm more focused around mapping. That's my playstyle generally, but yeah. So if you want to see the progress of this build, you can check out my Twitch stream, which I will link down below. I'm not sure how often I can stream this time around because finals are coming around for my college right now. And yeah, so I will link everything down below. Thanks for watching up until this point. Hopefully it was bearable to watch, and it is a pretty fast and fun build, and I would, if you have the currency, advise trying the build out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye.